Hello everyone and welcome to this very special episode of Rock and Roll English. Let me tell you a story. So today, let me tell you a story about a time I had been in Italy for a few years. I could speak Italian quite well, not perfectly. Even now, I don't speak perfectly, but I could speak quite well. But like most people, I never really felt particularly confident. But there was one night where my confidence just shot up. I was out with a couple of friends, and it was the classic Italian night out. Outdoors, you talk to one person, this person knows another person, and you end up talking to 100 different people. And of course, I was the English guy. There were moments when I was talking to someone and then one of my friends came up and said, "Oh, so you've met Martin then? He's English." And then something wonderful happened. The person I was talking to said, "You're English." I didn't even notice. And I thought, wow, she didn't notice I have an English accent when I speak Italian. That must mean I speak Italian really well, and my confidence started growing. And the night continued, and I was talking to someone else. And this person I was talking to said, "What do you do here in Italy? Are you an interpreter?" And I couldn't believe it. I thought, interpreter? Interpreters speak perfect Italian. That's not me. But again, my confidence just got bigger and bigger. I felt fantastic and I thought to myself, I have mastered this language. And I had that one evening. And there was a reason why that one evening I had mastered Italian. And the reason is I was drunk. Well, not drunk, tipsy, just a few drinks. And this meant that I was, I think I was speaking perfect Italian. Now let's compare this situation to another situation which actually happened after this. A friend of a friend asked me to do a legal translation for him. And the person that asked me, I had spoken to a couple of times. But every time I had spoken to him, I wasn't drunk. In fact, they were kind of professional situations. So you know what it's like. You meet someone for the first time in a professional environment in another language. So obviously I was a bit shy and I didn't really talk. And when I did open my mouth, I realized that in Italian, I couldn't even say, "My name is Martin." Nothing was coming out. So anyway, he asked me to do this translation and I said, "Look, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm not qualified to do translations. I don't know how to do it. I'm really sorry, I can't." And he said, "No, come on, look, it's really simple. Just a few lines. It's really simple." And the last person I got to do a legal translation for me was a French guy, and his Italian was even worse than yours. Now, it was that word even which really killed me. It was as if he had said to me, "Can you believe there is someone that speaks worse Italian than you?" And I kind of put my head down and felt pretty stupid. But let's stop a minute and compare these two situations. In the first one, I was speaking so well, someone thought I was Italian and someone thought I was an interpreter. In the second one, someone said to me, "The person that did this translation before speaks Italian even worse than you." And he was right to think that, because the times we had met, I honestly couldn't say a word. So what changed? Obviously, in the first one, I was a little bit drunk. But did my knowledge of grammar change? Did my knowledge of vocabulary change? No. The only thing that changed was my confidence. Alcohol has that wonderful effect, doesn't it, to make you feel like you are fantastic. And this meant I started speaking a foreign language better. Now, has this happened to you? I'm sure it has, but similar to me, nothing changes. Your ability in English doesn't change. The only thing that changes is your confidence. Now, this is the most important thing when speaking another language: confidence. I have met people before that speak English terribly, but they don't care. They just speak and speak and speak. Yesterday I eat dinner very good, and this makes them good English speakers, and they make progress very quickly because they don't care. They have confidence. And on the other side, I have met people that speak English really well who have no confidence and never speak. So the question is, how can we be confident in another language? Or how can we be constantly confident? Do we need to be constantly drunk? Now, that would work, but it's not such a great idea. But luckily, I have found a way. In fact, I have found 2 ways. The first is to work on your pronunciation, because when you have clear and natural pronunciation, what happens? You feel more confident. You stop avoiding words because you're not sure how to say them, and you feel more confident. And the second way is through telling stories, and more specifically, telling stories in front of other people. Why? Because it's difficult and horrible, and that's how you grow. You don't grow by doing simple and easy things. You grow by doing difficult things, and after you do it, you will have that fantastic feeling of achievement, and you will say, I spoke for 5 to 10 minutes in front of everyone telling a story. I am fantastic. And this will mean you feel very proud of yourself and very confident, because you will think, if I can tell a story in front of lots of people, I can have a simple conversation. And this is why on my course, Fluency via Pronunciation and Storytelling, we first work on pronunciation, specific for your language as well, so you can train your mouth to make the difficult sounds that you try to avoid. And then we move on to the final project, which is telling a story in front of the class, which we prepare in many, many lessons before, so that you tell your story and you have that feeling of being proud, feeling confident. And this is why the students that finished the course all said, I now feel more confident in English when they finished. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. When we make progress, we feel happy, we feel proud, we feel confident. And by taking this course, I guarantee that you will feel more confident in English without having to get drunk. And I guarantee that you will make progress. New courses are starting in a few days. Just next week, there are still a few places left, so go to www.rockandrollenglish.com/fluency to book your place on the course, and I will wait for you there. If you have any questions, obviously just let me know. I am the teacher. I will be helping you. There are no secretaries or strange people that respond. It will always be me. I am here to help you now, just as I will be on the course. So thanks a lot for listening. I will see you all very soon, but in the meantime, just keep on rocking, baby.